All right, everyone. In the words of Andy Dufresne in The Shawshank Redemption, let's just get this over with now. All right, so Michigan just lost to the Illinois Fighting Illini 21-7 in Champaign, Illinois. And I'm going to be brief in this stream unless folks come through and give me their 2 cents. But it was a winnable game. Well, in theory, it was a winnable game. But if you do not at least have a serviceable passing game, then no game is winnable. Though, as I'll describe, I think there were some coaching moves that pretty much handicapped us right away. Let me make sure I can see myself here on YouTube, and then I will jump in. I'm not sure I'm even going to go over the statistics for this game. I mean, I kind of feel like what's the point right now? But yeah, I think you at least need a serviceable passing game, and some of this was coaching because you clearly don't have the loaded roster that you had last year, but you at least have to scheme the talent that you have so that you have the best chance to win. And I'm not sure, at least on the offensive side of the ball, that happened. So I'm going to play my intro really, really quickly, and then I'll give my few points, and then I will wrap the stream up. I don't have a lot to say tonight about what happened on the field at Illinois. Please smash that like button. Whoever comes in, no matter how long you stay, please smash that like button and let me know what you think there in the chat. Go Blue. All right, everyone, welcome back to Big Discussions 76 Sports. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar. I am a proud alumnus of the University of Michigan, and I am a supporter of Michigan sports, the good, the bad, the ugly, and today we saw a lot of ugly. I see folks are coming in. Please smash that like button at least. Those are free. If you're new, please consider subscribing. And let's just jump into it. I have 2 comments here so far. You all, whoever's watching, let me know what you think about what just happened. Why did that just happen? Is there anything that could have been done differently? What do you all think? Well, one thing's for sure, we can kiss the top 25 goodbye. And I think any chance of making the playoff went bye-bye tonight. So I think the highlight of our season now is beating Michigan State, potentially playing spoiler for Ohio State, and maybe winning the rest of the games. But I think those are what this team 145 can shoot for the rest of the 2024 season. Bye-bye to the top 25, and also bye-bye to the college football playoff. And it's amazing. Wow, in my lifetime, I've watched the program ascend. When I came in as a student, it was here. It petered around here. Folks weren't happy with that. Lloyd Carr got asked to leave. The program went down. Coach Harbaugh came back. It went back up. It petered around here. It finally went up to the Natty, a national title level here, and now we're going back down. So this will be the first time, starting tomorrow, this will be the first time we haven't been ranked since the start of the 2021 season. So that's just a little bit of a perspective and context for what just happened tonight and what just happened in the middle, which has happened in the early part of the season. So it's interesting. Jim Harbaugh, okay, shout out to Abdul Gaines here. He was a part of our fan base. Shane Wilson says, hard to win with a third of the team. Team 145 is clearly a shell of Team 144. There are some key pieces from Team 144 on Team 145, but there are some key deficiencies with Team 145. Abdul Gaines says, didn't the Wolverines have a bye coming into this game? It's like they are afraid to pass the ball. No, they weren't afraid to pass the ball. I don't think Jack Tuttle, at least at this stage, was able to make the throws that he needed to make. Abdul Gaines also says the Wolverines should be embarrassed to allow the Illini to storm the field on them. And he says, hashtag on to 2025. All right. So, yeah. So I was thinking Team 144, Cornelius and Roman Wilson and Samaj Morgan collectively were not the best wideouts that Michigan has ever had, at least under the Harbaugh era. I would argue that the best group of wideouts that he had were Nico Collins, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and then Ronnie Bell. But the program didn't really become successful under Coach Harbaugh until he was able to dominate the line of scrimmage on offense, run the ball, and it didn't become really successful until he got a 4 or 5-star quarterback back there calling the plays and running the offense. That would be JJ McCarthy. JJ could throw the ball, JJ could move the pocket, JJ could tuck the ball and run it. And if you don't at least have Caden McNamara back there, then you're not going to be very successful to any degree. And I think that's what we're seeing right now. For Coach Sharon Moore and his coaching staff, the honeymoon is over. And if Sharon stays on, you're going to see him start to gray, just like me. And you wonder, maybe the key decision back in the spring was to go and get a quarterback out of the transfer portal. And maybe the key decision and maybe the key error was not getting a quarterback out of the transfer portal based upon what was there. Anyway, Michigan lost tonight 21-7. In my opinion, going into the game, when I watched the Purdue-Illinois game, tonight was a winnable game, at least going in. I would give the defense, aside from those pass interference calls, I would give the defense an A minus. Maybe those pass interference calls, and then that Rayshon Benny didn't play, but those hands to the face mask penalty in the first quarter, I think those were the negatives. And then all the pass interference calls, the guys were really hooking the Illinois wide receivers so on their left arm so they couldn't catch the ball. Those were points I would deduct from the defense, but in terms of the defenses that Wink Martindale called, I don't really have any gripes. I didn't really see any zero coverage, and I thought the defense kept our team in the game, and I thought they got Illinois off the field when they needed to give our offense chances to go ahead and to score points. I think the problem is that our offense just couldn't score points. Now, one thing that I noticed, and I think this is coaching. So Johnny Olden, shout out to Johnny. You're going to hear him talk a lot about eye candy. Okay, there needs to be more eye candy. There needs to be more eye candy. There needs to be more eye candy for the defense. I noticed on the very first series, I don't know if Sharon Moore called this. I don't know if Kirk Campbell called this or decided this. Donovan Edwards started the first series in the backfield. Okay. So I've been saying for weeks, going forward, Khalil Mullings has been our most valuable player on offense. Okay. So he needs to get the majority of the carries. Okay. You sprinkle Donovan in occasionally. Maybe you put Donovan in the slot. Maybe you line him out wide. Maybe you put Donovan in motion. But Khalil Mullings is our bell cow. And whatever offense we generate this year, okay, Jack Tuttle is just coming in. It needs to be built around Khalil Mullings. So I don't understand why Donovan Edwards was the starting tailback on that first series. If I'm offensive coordinator, I'm not. I'm an alum. Okay. But if I'm offensive coordinator, I'm handing the ball off to Khalil Mullings every chance that I get. And I'm running play action passes with Khalil Mullings off of his production. And I'm making Illinois at least try to stop Khalil Mullings. And then we go from there. But I don't understand how you come out on your first series. Now, that deep ball to Amarian Walker, I was happy with that. I think we should have shown more of that. We should have tried that a few more times. So no gripes there. But in terms of what's been the most successful component of our offense thus far this season, it's clearly been Khalil Mullings. Okay. Colston Loveland, when the ball gets to him, when he gets a nicely thrown ball, Colston Loveland has made plays for us. They ran that end around for him today. But that's all predicated upon pass protection and solid quarterback play. So I would give the offense tonight, I would give it an F. Some of that was Jack Tuttle's play. Jack Tuttle fumbled. He made a nice scramble. The pocket collapsed, and he ran right through, something that we saw JJ do numerous times. But he got out there. He held the ball like a loaf of bread, like Kenneth Grant a couple of weeks ago against USC. The Illinois defender came in and punched the ball out. So we had another Jack Tuttle fumble there. Donovan Edwards fumbled the ball. Okay, not helpful. And then when Michigan was trying to come back late in the game, Jack Tuttle threw another interception. So, but it wasn't just the interceptions. It was missed throws. In some instances, Jack Tuttle is just not very accurate. At least, this is his second start. So maybe as we get closer to Ohio State, he'll look a lot better. But some of it was a lack of creativity on offense. That particular series, I think it was late in the third quarter. It was in the third quarter. Michigan got into the red zone, and this led to the Dominic Zavada missed field goal, or the blocked field goal, whatever it was. But Michigan was right there in the end zone, and I just did not see enough creativity from them there. There, you want to get the touchdown. I mean, if you call a good play and the players execute that play and you don't get it, that's fine. But I thought there could have been a little bit more creativity right there on that series. So I don't know. I think the honeymoon is over for Sharon Moore, clearly. They probably should have given more thought to who the quarterback would be, who QB1 would be back in the spring. But I don't know. I don't think our coaching staff is scheming correctly for the talent that we have, because clearly this game, it was there for the taking with some completions, with some accuracy, with starting Khalil Mullings at the start of the game and riding him throughout the game. This is a winnable game. But someone decided, put Donovan Edwards on the field for that first series. And yeah, this is where we are. So we're out of the top 25 for the first time since 2021. And we are not going to qualify for the college football playoff, barring some miracle, but I think mathematically we are eliminated from that discussion at this time. So that's all I've got. I think our best chance right now is Jack Tuttle getting comfortable for the rest of the season and him growing into that position for the rest of the season. But I think our record now, let me look up our record right now. We'll be lucky to finish over 500, I think. I see a comment there about Kirk Campbell. I'm going to read that. You can't, yeah, we still have two. Yeah, I watched Indiana earlier. We still have them on the schedule, and we have to go down there. Oregon is coming into the big house. Oregon's one of the top 4 teams in the country. Ohio State, okay, they will probably be clicking by the end of November. So those are 3 more losses. So we will be, it looks like we are going to be, let's see, it looks like we're going to have 6, unless something happens, we're going to end up with 6 total losses. Okay, so we will be fortunate to, we're going to finish 7-6 or something like that. Shane Wilson says Kirk Campbell may be a liability. Yeah, there should be some more creativity on offense based upon the pieces that we have. We don't have a complete. I thought the offensive line played well enough today, but for the pieces that we have, for the inexperience that we have, there should be some more creativity there. There should be something in the game planning to allow us to maximize on what we have. And I'm not seeing that right now. And I don't understand how our MVP for the first half of the season has been Khalil Mullings. I don't see how you don't build an entire game plan around Khalil Mullings. Okay. Jack Tuttle, he's clearly better than Alex Orji and Davis Warren. He's got the experience. He's been a college football player for 7 years. He's not always accurate. Okay, and he's turned the ball over in key moments in the last 2 games. So let's see. Abdul Gain says Sharon Moore better make sure his resume is in pencil, not pen. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to go over. You know what? For shits and giggles, let's go over the stats really, really quickly, and then I'm going to wrap this up. I don't have much else to say. Please smash that like button if you haven't. Please let me know what you think. I'll probably hang out for another 10 minutes. Look for, knowing our fan base, look for the entire fan base, well, a good chunk of it to be in free fall at this time. I suspect Johnny Olden is going to be ranting quite a bit on this. Steve Dace is freaking out over on X. So the honeymoon is over for Sharon Moore. AB Media has stopped through. He is the political pundit for the Black Manosphere. Let's Go Lions says, as we should be. Are you referring to the fan base being in free fall and complete panic right now? Yeah, so look for that. You're going to hear a lot of the sky is falling from the Michigan fan base right now. You're going to start to hear cries about firing Sharon Moore. You're going to start to hear cries about firing Kirk Campbell. So, yeah, chaos. Chaos in our fan base is about to break out right now. You're hearing it first here. All right, the statistics from tonight's game. Andre, also from the Black Manosphere, thank you for stopping through, Andre. He says, I'm not a sports fan, but I'm stopping by to drop a like and a comment. Andre, much appreciated. And I support you. I appreciate your support on all of my channels, because everybody, this is not my only channel. All right, so let's just take a quick look, just for shits and giggles. let's take a look at the statistics. Let's go to ESPN. Let's see. Now, the interesting thing is that I told you guys earlier that late in the summer, I went to go see my best friend, and he had college football 2025. And I did try to play with Michigan, and I hadn't played the game in a while, or Madden in a while, so it took me a while just to figure out what the buttons do and to try to get something going. But maybe the best our team has on offense is Colston Loveland, because when I played the game with Michigan, I wasn't able to score many points. So maybe this is what Team 145 is. You need a quarterback, you need to run the ball, you need some creativity, and you need a quarterback who can get the ball to Colston Loveland. You need a quarterback who's accurate. You need a quarterback to not turn the ball over. Maybe that's just what it is. All right, let me go to this here. Let's go Lions. I appreciate your participation. Please keep letting me know what you think there in the chat. Okay, so let's take a look at the ESPN site. I like the ESPN site. They have the most comprehensive statistics. They might not have all of the defensive statistics loaded up, but I think they're going to have the total team statistics loaded up. Keep letting me know what you think there in the chat. I'm not going to go much longer. Yeah, the fan base is going to be, this is one of the hardest parts of being a Michigan fan, but it's also one of the most fun parts of being a Michigan fan when you see fans like Abdul Gaines going postal and crying that the sky is falling. It's one of the hardest parts, but it's also one of the most fun parts. All right, so Michigan just lost 21-7. Also, Will Johnson went out early in this game with a left toe, but players like him at this point, I think they need to protect their bodies and keep themselves healthy for the NFL draft. So that's the other thing. Don't be surprised if you see players like Will Johnson and Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham pulling out and saying, hey, look, my body is my investment. I have to keep myself healthy for the NFL draft. Don't be surprised. All right, so the statistics. Let's just take a quick walk through this. Everybody, please smash that like button. If you haven't, no matter how long you stay, please smash that like button. So Michigan just lost 21-7. All right, so they haven't loaded the stats for Illinois, but Jack Tuttle went 20 for 32 for 208 yards. So Abdul Gaines, no, we were not afraid to pass the ball. Okay, we were not afraid to pass the ball, Abdul Gaines. All right, he went 20 for 32. He threw one pick. He had one fumble. Okay, both costly. Okay, Khalil Mullings, 19 carries for 87 yards and one touchdown. His longest run was 11 yards. I thought, again, the majority of the carries should have gone to Khalil Mullings. I don't know why you start Donovan Edwards in the backfield. I don't know why at this point. All right, Donovan Edwards carried the ball 7 times for 38 yards. His longest run was 19 yards. I think that's when he fumbled the ball. All right, Colston Loveland caught 7 balls for 83 yards. All right, Hogan Hansen caught 4 for 50 yards. Samaj Morgan caught 4 balls for 28 yards. Tyler Morris caught 1 for 22 yards. Amarian Walker caught 2 for 12 yards. I thought they should have sent Amarian Walker deep a few more times and tested that Illinois defense, but we saw that one early and we didn't see much after that. Let's see. Yeah, Jack Tuttle lost 1 fumble. Donovan Edwards lost 1 as well. Josiah Stewart had a half sack. Derek Moore had a half sack. Let's see. Yeah, Dominic Zavada went 0 for 1 in field goals, but that was a low. The snap was messed up there. So Dominic Zavada and the placeholder, they had a bad snap. So that's probably why he missed that. Normally he's clutch. I'm going to take a look at the team statistics. Let's see. Let's Go Lions says they knew this was the talent at quarterback they had behind JJ for years. This is just bad coaching. Let's Go Lions says 7 points after a bye week with the WTF. Andre says 21-7. Damn, that's right. Let's Go Lions says we played Jaden Davis since the season is a lost cause. Yeah, I think his family doesn't want him playing. He's redshirting, and then should. So you want to see Jaden Davis in the game. Let's take a look at the team stats. Hopefully ESPN has loaded those up for us to look at. Okay. Again, this was a winnable game if Michigan was able to generate some offense. So interestingly, Michigan generated 20 first downs. Illinois generated only 18. Michigan was 5 for 14 on third down. Illinois was 3 for 11. Michigan was 3 for 4 on fourth down. Illinois was 1 for 2. Michigan outgained Illinois. We generated 322 total yards. Illinois generated 267. But I suspect many of those yards came after the game was out of reach. So sometimes statistics are deceptive. I already went over Jack Tuttle's passing numbers. The Altmaier kid from Illinois, he went 9 for 19. Okay. He threw for 180. No. Yeah, he went 9 for 19. And where's the passing yardage? Is this right? The Altmaier kid only threw for 80 passing yards, and Michigan threw for 208. I'm not sure if this is, well, according to these stats, the Altmaier kid threw for 80 yards, and Michigan Jack Tuttle threw for 208. Okay, wow. Okay, so Illinois, it looks like they gained more rushing yards. So they generated 187 rushing yards. Michigan generated 114. There were a ton of penalties on both sides, and Michigan held the ball for 33 minutes and 34 seconds compared to Illinois' 26 minutes and 26 seconds. Okay, I'm going to cross-check this on Google because this looks like it should be flipped in reverse. Okay. Michigan versus Illinois. Then I'm going to wrap the stream up. Okay, let's take a quick look at this. Yeah, this is crazy. So Google has it too. So, whoops, wrong window. Okay. Yeah, that's accurate. So according to Google, Luke Altmaier went 9 for 18 for 80 yards and 1 touchdown. So we lost to a team where the quarterback went 9 for 18 for 80 yards and 1 touchdown. Jack Tuttle went 20 for 32 for 208 yards and 1 interception. Yeah, their leading rusher was Adrian Laurie with 9 carries for 54 yards compared to Khalil Mullings, who carried the ball 19 times for 87 yards. And their leading receiver was Pat Bryant with 4 receptions for 32 yards versus Colston Loveland's 7 receptions for 83 yards. So, yeah, so we outgenerated. We were more productive on offense than Illinois, but we still found a way to lose to them by 2 touchdowns. You could probably account for that through turnovers, Jack Tuttle's lack of accuracy, and also a lack of creativity by the coaching staff on offense. That's the only way you can account for that, being outgaining an opponent in all three aspects of offense, holding the ball longer. That's the only way you can account for a 21-7 loss to an opponent. So there we are. All right, everyone, that's all I've got. So once again, bye-bye to the top 25. Bye-bye to the college football playoff. Team 145 at this point. Now, the Michigan State game, playing like this, that's going to be a game now. Okay. I don't know how they're doing. Let me take a look at the Big Ten standings right now. I think a week or so ago, you think, okay, well, we're going to blow Michigan State out. But playing like this, that is now going to be a game. So Michigan State, yeah, Michigan State is 1-2 in the Big Ten. Yeah, I mean, we have one more loss. We have one more win than them. But yeah, so there are no easy games from now on. Yeah, those are the high points for the rest of our season. Survive Oregon, beat Michigan State, survive Indiana, and try to make it a respectable game against Ohio State. So Andre says, what was the last game they had? Yeah, we lost to the University of Washington out in Seattle 2 weeks ago. That was the last game because Michigan had a bye last week. So you would think with the bye, they would have come into this game ready to play and ready to do some damage, but they were not. All right, everyone, this is Big Discussions 76 Sports. My name is Dr. Anwar Yusuf Dunbar. I'm going to go grab some more drink. I'm going to go grab some more elixirs, and I'm going to watch the Georgia-Texas game for the rest of the night, and I will be keeping an eye out for other coverage. Once again, look for the Michigan fan base to go into a complete free fall at this point. It's one of the hard parts about being a Michigan fan, but it's also one of the more fun parts of being a Michigan fan. Go Blue. If you are new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe, especially if you are not subscribed. And also, I will be going on, I was invited on a panel Monday night. Let me see if I can find it really, really quickly. You guys might know these people, these guys. Let's see. Just give me a moment here to look at it on my phone. It looks like yeah, I was invited onto the Big Ten Team Rivalry Show. They live stream on Monday nights. It looks like at 8 p.m. So I was invited to go over there and to give my 2 cents. So look for me, at least for a little while, over there on Monday night. I will do a pre-game live stream for our next opponent, which is Michigan State. So Michigan State is next week. So that's going to be, that's going to be a big game for both teams now. So look out for that. Hey, everybody, tough loss, but we won the Natty last year. We had a coaching change, and we lost a lot of experience at key positions. One of the big ones being quarterback, and that position was not reloaded with the talent that we had the previous 2 to 3 years. So this is where we are. All right, everyone, go blue. As always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Always try to do your best. Take care, and I will talk to you the next time. I can't wait to hear what Johnny Olden has to say about this. I can't wait. Johnny Olden and Steve Dace and those guys. All right, everyone, enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll talk to you the next time. Bye-bye. Go blue.